Over the last few years, obviously Canadians have noticed, and the world has noticed, that Canada's financial services industry held up pretty well during the recession and came through strong, especially compared to other major economies. Mm-hmm. How has the impression and influence of Canada's financial services industry changed most significantly over the last few years?
Yeah, I think it's been quite remarkable, and of course I think we all know the stories about financial stability and how well our banks have done on the world stage, and how well our financial system has weathered the financial crisis since, or going back to 2008. And certainly what we've noticed, as an operator of exchanges, including the Toronto Stock Exchange and TSX Venture Exchange, the Montreal Exchange, we are out on the world stage regularly. And certainly Canada's brand, so to speak, has gone up a great deal on the international stage. And I think in many ways people were first attracted to Canada in sort of 2000, 2008 with the commodity cycle, and a lot of people started to take notice of Canada in terms of the resources, the energy, the mining, and how we lead the world in both of those sectors. Then, of course, with the financial crisis, people started to take note of our financial institutions and our banks. And I think what people find when they're getting here is that there's a lot more to it than that. That we are a well-regulated market. Our institutions have weathered well, but there's also an awful lot on offer here. And we're certainly seeing at the Toronto Stock Exchange and the TSX Venture Exchange, for example, an increasing portion of our business is international players who are coming, and whether they're trading stocks or financing companies, are increasingly participating on the international stage. So it's great.
Mm-hmm. Not that it's all high fives and pats on the back. What can we do? What can we do better going forward?
I think what we can do better has best been demonstrated by what we've started to do fairly well, but have a lot of opportunity on the road ahead of us, and that's really around collaboration. In the financial services in particular, we have the great example of the Toronto Financial Services Alliance, which has done a great job of bringing competitors together in a way where they can collaborate on the world stage to actually grow the overall pie. So although everyone's fiercely competing on a daily basis, there is a level at which people can get together and go out and sort of take on the world better in a united force. And I think while we've made great progress with that, and we're certainly a supporter of the Toronto Financial Services Alliance. We're closely involved with it, but we can do that even better. We can take that model and say, okay, how do we take it to the next level? How do we collaborate even more? How do we get that buy-in from industry, from government, from the various players, academia, and find the best that we have to get out and offer it on the world stage? And collaboration, I think, really is the key.